Welcome to the Canned Wine Podcast, where we open cans of wine and talk about it. Season 3, Episode 29. It's a bit of a bonus episode here as we're gearing up for our 100th, official 100th episode, which is coming up very soon for you who've been counting. And this week, we are bringing you The World in a Can, and we're going to the west coast of America. California is the place you want to be, and that's where you would find this very interesting wine. But before we get to that, we need to get to our wine nerd word of the week, which is crushing it. And this is the forceful rupture of grapes to allow the release and to initiate the induction of flavors from the seeds and stems. That's crushing. And that is brought to us courtesy of Dr. Ron Jackson. Now, our can of the week is the Element 79 Vineyards. Color is the brand name of this, and it's a sparkling dry hopped Voignier. So that wine is, the winemaker is owned by Les and Sharon Heinensen, and they've named their vineyards 79 Vineyards after the periodic table number for gold, which of course is 79. And it's located in the El Dorado wine region of California, which is famous for the 1850s gold rush, is what was brought from there. So fittingly, they're naming their winery Element 79. Now, the winemaker is Scott Johnson, and he also has an interesting feature with this. He added a dry hopped process similar to you would do with a beer. He added that into it to give it a little bit of a different flavor, so we're excited about that. And we're also excited that we've already had somebody taste this wine, not only taste it but evaluate it, and it came out with a gold medal. It was a 2024 gold medal winner in the International Canned Wine Competition. And for those of you who have been watching, we are going through a series of these white wines and various wines that have won medals with the International Canned Wine Competition out of Mendocino County, California, of which we are a contributor, and not only that, a sponsor of. So we're excited to have received these from them, and we're also excited to open these cans of wine and talk about it, as we do here on the Canned Wine Podcast. So, without any further ado, let's do that. Oh, but before we do, let's say a little bit about our grape, the Voignier grape, and it's a white wine grape that originates from the Condrieu region of southern France in the northern Rhone, and Voignier is known for its complex aromas and soft, creamy mouthfeel. So an interesting grape, and one that we have not tried yet here in the Canned Wine Podcast. So again, without any further ado, let's open this and see what it tastes like. So it is very aromatic. I did neglect to say that this was a 355 milliliter can and 12% alcohol by volume, so not overly alcohol laced, as you might expect. Initially opening it, there's a very interesting smell. My notes said that I should be on the lookout for tangerine, mango, honeysuckle. There are some fruity flavors coming off that. Vanilla, perhaps. Nice carbonation. You can taste the slight hops flavor. Very crisp. Yeah, I would give it mango honeysuckle. Yeah, it's definitely there. Well done. An interesting wine. What could you pair this one with? Definitely chicken, lobster, those sorts of light fare. Maybe brie or a smoked gorgonzola would be good. I'm looking forward to this. What will we be having with it? I'm not quite sure. It is a Lenten season, so we may try this with a clam pie, if you will, from our local Bocce pizzeria. He makes an excellent clam pie at this time of the year. So shout out to our fans around the world. We love your comments and suggestions. Some of you may have noted in beautiful Studio 2 here today, we have changed the positioning of our table so that you get a little wider view. That was a viewer comment. Also, thank you, Catherine, for the picture of you holding your Center Stage production postcard, which we sent out as a thank you for all of your help out and made it to Regina, Saskatchewan. We appreciate that picture that you sent back to us. And as far as our head scratcher last week, the answer we were looking for was champagne. Champagne is produced using the Charmat method. And for those of you who have been following our Wine Nerd Word of the Week, the Charmat method is a large pressurized tank that they use to create certain types of wine like champagne or even more so Prosecco. And we have been doing a long series of Proseccos. So that's where that came, and shout out to our contributor Dean down in Lynchburg, Virginia, for hitting that right nail on the head. So congratulations, Dean. Look forward to hearing from you soon. And for our head scratcher this week, what is the elemental number of the element gold? You can listen back to this episode or look it up if you want. What is the elemental number for the element gold? Again, thank you for tuning in to the Canned Wine Podcast, where we open cans of wine and talk about it. Remember to enjoy it responsibly, and just because it comes in a can, even if it's a very colorful, award-winning can like this color, I forgot to mention they had won design awards for this, so that's a part of it too. It's not just the wine, it's also the artwork on the can. But be careful and don't drink and drive. As always, enjoy responsibly. The Canned Wine Podcast is a Center Stage production. All rights reserved.